So, we're thinking about moving to Viera, Florida. Well, today, Nicole and Kelly and I are in Aripeka, Viera's most unique neighborhood. We're super excited to show you around Aripeka today. Okay, so this is Kelly. She was with CPS Builders. Okay, Kelly, tell us about Aripeka. Now, Aripeka is really, really unique and sometimes windy. There's so many trees in this community, so Aripeka is so different because instead of doing a bunch of cookie cutter homes all just shoved into a neighborhood with no trees, we have everything custom in the neighborhood. We are saying as many trees as possible. It's just a really, really cool and unique community. Okay, so obviously saving up the trees is not usually what new construction builders do. So can you tell us a little bit of the history of that and why that is so important, especially of this land?
Yeah, so it is an amazing story, actually. So the Duda family, they're the ones who own all of Viera. And this is actually their grandpa's old hunting ground. So they're like in their 80s now. They used to hunt on this land. So this stayed all nice and wooded, whereas everything else got kind of all cleared out for either sod farm or cow pastures. So they saved this chunk of land just to do something really, really special as for you to the family. I love that. That is so cool. This neighborhood, I know I said it in the beginning, but it really is the most unique neighborhood in Via. So it's very special. I think it's going to be super important, when it comes time to maybe resell in the future because it's nothing like any other neighborhood.
When we had met at the convention not too long ago, you had talked about how designs were built around the trees. Can you elaborate on that?
This whole section where we're going to right now is our exclusive section, where it's just us as the builder and developer. I got some super, super cool homes coming in this section that are very, very custom. Some really irregular lot shapes. It's really cool because we get this tree survey. So we plop the house on the lot and we can see where trees are in comparison to where the house is going to lay out. We're able to split things. We're able to do detached things. We just drove by a house that has a detached personal home gym behind it. We have lots of in-law suites, some guest houses, art rooms, whatever you can think of, we can do here. It's really cool. So while we drive over there to look at the lots, can you tell us what amenities are offered in this? Oh, sure, yeah. Right now we do not have a clubhouse. The clubhouse will contain a big room you can rent out for parties, a kitchenette area, playground for your kids probably, of course bathrooms.
You can do some really, really cool things in the community. Awesome. When a buyer comes here for the first time, I have a lot of videos on Viera, so if you're watching his for the first time, make sure you check out those others. But what would you say makes Viera so special for someone interested in this neighborhood?
Oh gosh, it was just so master planned. There's just something conveniently everywhere. If you need to get to a restaurant or shopping, you're right there. If you want to go to the dentist, you're right there. Everything is just so convenient to everything. There's so many different things in Viera and then even outside of Viera. This is such a central location where you can easily just pop to the beach in Kainita, or you can pop on 95 and go to Orlando or Tampa or everywhere. Just very cool and central.
Yeah, I think it, even though it's inland, which is actually a perk because of course it's Florida and we have torrents and bird beans. So obviously it's tucked away, which is really nice. It's west of I-95, but also you could still be a surfer. You're only 15 minutes away from the beach. One of my husband's coworkers is a huge surfer. He used to live in Cocoa Beach and they ended up moving over here. You could be a surfer. You could be an engineer working at SpaceX. It's only 30 minutes away, 30, 40.
We have a lot of people who are coming from beachside and wouldn't necessarily consider Viera, but do come to Aripeka just because it is so different.
Yeah, it's different and it's close to everything. It's centrally located.
I actually just had a family friend who moved from her condo on the beach, and she loved the beach, but she was like, I can't deal with the maintenance anymore of the salt air. Yeah. So she moved more inland and purchased a pretty large home in this area in Viera too.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that.
And obviously we're in a golf cart right now. I don't know if we mentioned that. I always forget because you think it's implied, but you might not know this, but it is a golf cart all throughout Viera, the west side of Viera, which is where we're at. This golf cart, we can go ahead and go out to eat after this, grab some drinks, and try to drink.
Oh my gosh, these houses too. Look at that.
This is one that we're driving by that I wanted to point out because this is one where you can really see how we're saving the trees, how the trees have to stay down at grade. The house gets built up on a stem wall. They did a really cool in-law suite behind the garage there.
A lot of times too with new construction, people are worried about the lot sizes as well, which I feel like is unique to this community as well.
Oh yeah, we've got some great size lots. Some of these lots in here were like 0.65. Well, they have not changed. They still are, but they're already gone. So yeah, it's on your opportunity. But I do have some lots that are over half an acre still available. We go anywhere from 0.25 to 0.53 right now, and everything in between too. So there's something for everyone. So you guys are mainly building this phase 2, right? Yeah, so phase 2 is our exclusive. We're exclusive builder and developer in this phase. In this phase, customers have a unique opportunity where they could actually buy a lot now and they can wait up to 3 years to start construction. However, that will soon be changing because the thought process was us getting these houses done with all the other phases. So now the other phases are starting to release. So that will be changing soon. So if you want to take advantage of that, you need to jump on it now. Yeah, we'll get a little bit more into the construction process and everything when we're going to go ahead into their model. Tell us a little bit about phase selling that in the future. It's a little weird the way they did the phases. Right now, we're actively selling in phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, phase 5 and 6 will be coming in the future, hopefully very soon. They started on the roads over in phase 5, but they haven't gotten final approval on the roads yet. So hopefully that will come soon. And there's water and conservation laws. And as you'll see, we're actually in this build-food path right now. So that goes through all this conservation. There's a pond over here. So it's really beautiful scenery. I like to always mention too that whenever I'm driving around here, I always see like there's all different walks of life here. Like there's families, there's retirees, there's young couples. So it's really like it fits anyone. Yeah, like you were saying earlier.
So what is the most desirable lot?
Gosh, it really, everyone just has such personal preference, you know? A lot of people love water and preserve views and privacy. Like, really, there's just something for everyone. We have some that are water and preserved, some that are just preserved. You know, it just depends on what you're looking for. If you were to build here, what would you build? Like, where would you build and what would you build?
Oh my gosh. I had a favorite lot, but it's gone now. So, yeah. I actually really like where we were just a little bit ago in phase 2. I don't know. It just feels so like magical and secluded back there with all of the trees. I have a lot more private lots back in that section too. It kind of just feels like its own little special spot. Obviously, you see the design process a lot with, so like, what would your favorite concept be? Oh gosh, I always look at our floor plans and think, how am I gonna live in this house? How would I live in this house? I really love our current model home. It's got a really good flow to it. I'm super excited for our new model to open, which will open at the beginning, either late this year or early next year. I actually was able to design the exterior of our current model home.
Oh, wow.
And then was able to design the exterior of this new model home that we are building. And my team and we designed the floor plan. It's really cool. Very different, like always. I love to be different. So.
Where is that? Where's the new one?
We are about to drive by under construction right now. But yeah, that'll be really exciting once that one is done.
That's one of the unique things about this community too, in that it's 100% custom, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some people go completely from scratch with this, you know, a pen and a paper that you're able to sit down with them and the draftsman. Some people go off of our floor plans and make changes. Usually if you want to fast track things a little, you know, when you're a little speedier, then going off of plans usually makes that process a lot quicker. Then you work with me. I've been working in new construction over 20 years, helping people design floor plans. So I'm very good at it. Or you can go the completely custom out.
What is the time frame on that as far as custom versus using maybe one of your floor plans?
Custom is 18-month build time from when you approve the floor plan. If you go straight through me, like more of a going off of one of our plans, we probably shave a little bit of time off of that. The biggest is just the back and forth. Usually there's more back and forth when you're going hold with custom. Whereas if you're going off of plans, not so much because you kind of see it, you know, rather than lines on a paper. Yeah.
Oh, I like the brown roof.
This one here. Nice.
Like something. Yes. Yes.
All right, guys, real quick, we're about to head back We're about to head into model home where we'll talk more about what you need to know that just is interesting to you, how the steps work, how building customers. But real quick, if you're new here, my name is Rachel Langley and my partner Nicole right here. And together we help people just like you every day in Aripeka Viera and buy new construction. So if you have interest in this community or anywhere in the area or the Space Coast for that matter, make sure to reach out. Just make sure you reach out to us before you go visit the builders, because they do allow you to have representation, but you do have to identify your agent on the first business. So make sure to reach out. Our information on the screen right here. You can call, text, or emails. We got your back when it comes to new construction and moving to this Space Coast.
I don't know, this one almost looks farmhouse. This one,
Yeah, this one's more coastal.
yeah, exactly. This almost looks like a lodge, which I love.
What do people usually love that resonates and they'll put it into their home?
Everyone loves the course. Everyone loves the kitchen. Some good things that look good on camera would be like lobby, so like both kitchen area. Bedroom's really cool with the bed. Oh yeah, a custom bed, and then game room is really cool around. Yeah, you see it. Yeah, so this room is super cool. We went with a whole nature theme in this house, but I wanted the game room to be kind of more fun and different. So we wanted to use a lot of local artists, local companies, you know. So this is a piece by Derek Gores. We got it printed on metal. And then we had a artist draw the mural on the wall there. And then that's all STEM related, like science-y stuff. So it fits in with the whole Space Coast Bay. We have the super cool wine dispenser. This is super cool. The view is absolutely amazing too.
Yeah, I love a water view. Would you say there's anything that buyers regret not getting? Have you ever had anyone?
The biggest regret that I hear would be not getting the structure of the house the way they want it, or like garage sizes, like not doing the bigger garage that they thought. You know, thinking like maybe I want to do that, or not doing that extra room that they thought.
So what would you tell a buyer, like just trust your instinct up front?
Yeah, I would say
Go bigger?
Yeah, I would say go. I always say go with the structure of the footprint of the house. You're more than likely, like 99% of the time, you are never going to change that. Like flooring, cabinets, countertop, everything inside the house can be changed out. But if you don't get the walls and the size and the garage and all that right, you're never gonna do that. You're just gonna find another house.
Right.
And that's where that extra time with design, that's where you gotta rush it.
Yeah.
So it takes 2 years.
Yeah, design too. Like we've been doing this a long, long time, so we can look at plans and say, oh, you know what, you might, when you're emotionally involved in it, even when I've designed stuff for myself, you're just so emotionally involved in it, you don't necessarily see these things. Like sometimes we'll look at a plan and say, oh wow, you're probably gonna want a bathroom closer to that room. If you're so emotionally there, you're not necessarily thinking about that.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah. I probably try to fall back on a lot of pre-design too, because there's things you're not, because you're not actually. Yeah. Of course, you'll have an architect help.
Yeah.
I had a buyer talking about how they built from scratch, and the most overwhelming thing was things like the little teeny details that they had no clue, like where to put a light switch. So do you feel like that's where you guys come in and help with those kinds of things?
Definitely help those things.
The little things, yeah.
Yeah, and it's all those little things that it sometimes can feel super overwhelming custom building. So that's why we're here to help you through the process. You know, we're there to hold your hand. And
Let's talk about, all right, pretend that I'm ready to come here and I love it. What's the next steps?
so we would put down a lot reservation first. So we'd pick our favorite lot. We put down a lot reservation. That'll hold the lot for you. Within that time frame, we're going to start drawing up a preliminary plan or taking one of our plans and maybe making changes. We get the footprint down, then we're gonna plop it on that lot to make sure, number one, it fits, and then kind of see where the trees are in relation to the house on the lot. And then we go forward once you approve that, we go forward with building plans. You're gonna start doing all of your selections, and then you'll be moving into your beautiful new home.
Okay. And so what about like financing? Let's say if I'm cash, how does that work? And if I'm financing, how does that work?
So it's a little different than like one of the builders where it's like an end loan where you don't pay for the house until the house is completed. Here we either do cash obviously, which everyone does, or a construction loan. So cash, you're gonna have cash draws, you're gonna have like a cash draw schedule, and you're gonna know when we're gonna pull the money from. If you do a loan, it's called a construction to perm loan. That actually closes up front. The customer is going to be paying interest on the draws. It's, similar to the cash draw schedule, but you do close on that house up front. So it is a little different of a process than some of the other new construction.
Perfect. It's different, but it's straightforward, and there's people that you guys recommend, local banks that can make that happen.
Yeah, we have lots of great banks and lots of great programs. So we have a little something for everyone, I like to say.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's flexible. So if you want to do cash, if you want to do financing, there are options.
Yeah.
The thing is that there's not, everything is custom, right? So there are not a lot of things that are like, this comes with already versus what you can upgrade to, is there?
Yeah, so they do. The houses comes standard, literally in no way, shape, or form standard.
Right, okay.
They come with many, many nice things, like all hurricane impact windows and doors. Comes with a tile roof. It comes with tile floor throughout. It comes with quartz countertop throughout. It comes with spray foam insulation, super energy efficient home, and. There's so many things that the homes come with. So you're starting with a really, really good base package, and then from there you can decide, well, do I want to upgrade to Wolf or Viking or, a $25,000 refrigerator? Or do I want to stay with this standard package that's about $22,000 worth of appliances? So, you start out with a great base package, and then if you want to do things, you can. And if not, you have a great base package to go from.
What about restrictions on what you can and cannot do additionally?
Really, so many restrictions. We have so many different choices. We do ask that you use our trades. So our vendors, we have one pool company, we have one summer kitchen company. That just makes things easier for all of us because we can hold those companies accountable and get stuff done when it needs to get done.
Would you think that there's anything that you would recommend during construction versus after construction for them to do on their own after the fact?
So the biggest things, say your budget's kind of tight and you're like, what could I do after the fact? I would say definitely, it already comes with a pre-plumb for the summer kitchen. So you've got your gas drop and your electric and your water there. Anything like those structural type things that I was talking about, or any extra outlets or any extra electrical. Maybe if you are, maybe pre-plumb for a gas generator, if you weren't going to do that during the build, so that way for resale value, if someone did want to put that in, it would be nice and easy to do because we do have natural gas here.
Right.
Those are
This is
much easier to do during construction. We do have nice wide lots here, but there are lots of trees here. So if one of my customers wanted to do a pool after the fact, we would definitely investigate, are they going to be able to get back there to do a pool after the fact? Are they going to be able to go, are there too many trees in the way? Or, a lot of times too, you have to get your neighbor's permission. Your neighbors don't necessarily want you tearing up their brand new
exactly. lawn. No, that's a good point, because a lot of people don't think about the equipment that needs to move back there to put in a pool. They just think, I'll just add a pool after the fact because it's, I can't do it right now.
Yeah. And we're there to manage the process too. So they get done in the right time frame. Whereas I hear horror stories all the time with people who contract for pools and it takes 2 years to build a pool, But here, it's with the construction of the house. So it's not a bunch of construction going on where you're living.
Good point.
I know that it starts at 1.5 million in this neighborhood. Where do you find people usually land, or what is a good range?
So starting at 1.5, I typically say most average people will do 10 to 15% in upgrades. Average people are usually around 1.8, 2 million. Well, it just really depends because I have a wide variety of different homes. I have some people who go up to that 5,000 square foot limit. I have people who stay around 2,500 square feet and stay pretty standard. So it's a good range. And especially for, if you are a little limited and want to keep things standard, you have these $2.5 million houses all around you. So it's always great. Free resale.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. That is all we have for you today in Aripeka. Kelly, thank you so much. She's amazing. We appreciate her. And if you guys have interest in Aripeka or anything about Viera, whatever the case be, make sure to reach out. My partner Nicole and I would love to help you with your journey with buying and construction, whether it's in Aripeka or anywhere Viera or or anything to do with the Space Coast for that matter. So our information's on screen right here. You can call, text, or email us. We got your back when it comes to moving to the Space Coast. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Rachel. This is Nicole. This is Kelly. And we'll see you on the next one.